One wise solid speaking. I have jet lag, so I want to do this deep video. Get it out the way. Hopefully I'm clear. First person in, please let me know if I am clear, that is. Now we want to do this video explaining psychological attacks on the black mind. Of course, the title says prison promotion and snitch promotion. So I want to break some things down for the youth on that end. And then I want to get into institutionalization, the effects it has on the mind. And so let's start with the snitch code, as I was saying earlier. Peace and wisdom to whoever made it in here. When you get a chance, please let me know if I'm clear. As I was saying earlier, when you hear the word snitch, be fully aware of merit. Someone who's not a criminal can't be snitched on because they don't do anything. If they're not a criminal and they're not indulging in any dishonorable acts and dealing with dishonorable people, what could anybody snitch on them about? Nothing. And so when you're dealing with the honorable, we can even say you're working class. Anything that doesn't have to do with streets and the gangster lifestyle, what would snitching have anything? You get my point? A working man can't tell the next working man, you snitched on me. Their life don't got nothing to do with that. So I'll say again, when you hear the word snitch, be mindful of the environment you're in. Meaning once you hear the words, you better know right then, okay, I'm in a very dishonorable environment, because a snitch is someone who did a dishonorable act to somebody that's dishonorable. Meaning, when you're dealing with the streets and your criminals, this is your dishonorable. If you're confused on how that's dishonorable, you're far more gone than I can fathom. But even when I was in the streets, I knew this is not an honorable life, but I do what I do. You get my point? I wasn't ever lost, like, oh no, this is good. I'm fucking over my people at the end of the day, but they gonna buy somewhere else. So like I said, whatever you do, you defend. So you want to be mindful of what you're defending. When I was in the streets, I defended. I say, I do what I gotta do. Mind your business. You get it? And that's any aspect of life. You're going to defend whatever you live by. And so you want to make sure you live by something good, because the mind going to automatically defend it. Now, the point I'm making is this. In a dishonorable environment, and when you're dealing with the dishonorable, they have the snitch code. This snitch code has to do with honor, meaning if I snitch on a person, this is a dishonorable act. But in all truth, this is just a matter of the dishonorable. You get my point? Criminal telling on another criminal, there's no honor in being a criminal, so how can there be codes of honor? Meaning the no snitch code is like loyalty and honor. The no snitch code is like dishonor in loyalty and honor's clothing. You know, like they say, a wolf in sheep clothing, like that. That snitch code, it's like a falsehood of honor and loyalty. What that really is, honor and loyalty is a deep thing. It don't got nothing to do with the streets, and it don't got nothing to do with the no snitch code. You get it? I can come to the block, air the block out. I can peddle my dope on the block. If somebody tell on me, they dishonorable. Well, what am I? Like that. I'm solid to another criminal, but to everybody else in the world, so I am what I am. The dishonorable. You get my point? And so the point I'm trying to get you to grasp, if you're young, once you hear that word snitch, you in a dishonorable environment, and you're going to feel the dishonor from it, meaning it's going to affect you as well, because no one's honorable in that life. And the worst part about it is no one actually realizes it. So you see how I'm explaining what I'm explaining now? Most of you guys like, yeah, I never heard this before. Like that. They'd be out there in them streets not even realizing, like, hold on, this ain't honorable. How can you expect somebody to not rat on you and do dishonorable things in a dishonorable environment? So it's like lying to the self. I'll say it again, the no snitch code, it's a falsehood of real honor and loyalty. But those that live by it lie to themselves. Then they friend rat on them. Then they confused, like, why did this happen? And the people in it gonna stand up on honor. Why would they? They shoot people and peddle dope. Why would they stand up on honor? What sense do that make? So you gotta see the kind of game you're playing on yourself when you live dishonorably. We think the joke's on the life, but the joke's on us. Like I said, if you in them streets, dishonorable. This is okay though. You're dishonorable. You don't view it that way. But you can't lie to self. Meaning, you could be in a dishonorable environment and you can make all the snitch codes you want. But you still gotta live that lie. Meaning the truth of the matter is what I said. It ain't got nothing to do with honor there. And so you a goddamn fool if you step into a dishonorable environment and you actually hold the people in that environment to some real honor. You gonna peddle dope and shoot people with a nigga. Then when he tell on you, you don't understand why. You in a dishonorable environment. All in that environment is dishonorable. You can lie to yourself. But you still gotta live out the truth. You got dudes in jail living out their truth. Or living their lie. They lied to themselves, now they live in the truth of that lie. A lot of y'all on that way. And so be clear. Now I want to say this. I'm not a snitch coming to y'all. And like in defense of snitching and all of that. That whole environment is dishonorable. When I was in that life, I lived up to the codes. To the end. Meaning I never not lived up to the code. But that don't mean nothing in a dishonorable environment. They'll say anything they want about you. You get my point? You playing a game on yourself. I had to realize that. Bro, you playing a game on yourself. You trying to impress what ain't worth being impressed. You trying to live up to fake honor codes and loyalty codes with people who don't even care about that. That part. And so a lot of y'all young, y'all got to come to that place where you realize once you hear the word snitch, you better know where you at. You in an environment where you gonna get fucked over because it's a dishonorable environment. And only in that environment you gonna hear that word. Meaning you only gonna hear that word amongst criminals and the criminal minded. And so that's their honor code that they live up to. I do all the dirt I want and be quiet about it. But that's not honorable. That don't even make no sense when you think about it. I could rob the old lady, but you told on me, so that's stupid. Now, I'm not telling none of y'all to rat. You got real honor and you got real loyalty. And so that's what y'all need to be learning to live by. It ain't your job to go out there and tell on nobody. Meaning if you in them streets, so you in them streets. You got to live by the codes of them streets. Even if it's a fake code of honor, you still got to live by that because you ain't technically honorable. That's why you there. Meaning this video is not to give nobody no excuse. If you read it before, you dishonorable. It wouldn't matter if you in a dishonorable lifestyle. You chose to be there, so you have to live up to the standards of it. Like that. You can walk away from it, but so if you broke any law, so you still dishonorable. It don't work like that. Where you get it? This is not an escape for nobody. Dishonor is dishonor, even in dishonorable environments. You get my point? And so, honor is honor and loyalty is loyalty. All the way. I live by that. Meaning I'm not telling y'all I don't live by snitch code. I don't deal with that side of the life. That's stupid. All of that's dumb. I don't deal with it. Now, in terms of real honor and loyalty, which is what I thought I was doing in the streets, I live that for real part of that cause. When I say cause, if you're a truthful, honest person, so you live that way, you push that out. Like that. And be loyal to those that's like that. You move like that. Honor ain't got nothing to do with lying for people. Lying to yourself. None of that. Get my point? If you in an environment with somebody doing crime, so then you're going to have to keep their secret. And so you might as well get out of there. You get lost. Otherwise, you're putting yourself in a position to be a rat. It's like I told y'all in a video a few months ago. The streets is not about people getting away with crime. It's about people getting away with snitching. And it's always been about that. We think it's like, okay, dudes is in the streets, they break the law, they keep their mouth shut, they trying to get away with doing crime. And for the most part, they do. But that's not what really is the reality. The reality is everybody in them streets is snitching and trying to get away with that. That's the real reality. They're not breaking the law trying to get away with breaking the law. They breaking the honor code of that dishonorable environment, and they trying to get away with that. And so when you stepping into them streets, that's all you truly stepping into is lie. You think them niggas gonna do 20 years for you? You're a fucking fool. And so the best thing you could do is not even put yourself in that predicament. Food for thought, all is manipulation. See, it started like this. When America was first being developed, this is before schools and all the institutions we know of. Prison institution, college institution, brainwash stuff. Institution. Before you had institutions here, places for brainwashing and keeping the mind like a kid. College got dorms. Jail got like dorms. It's a system thing. You go to a hospital, same thing, it's a system. So, you're going to always know you in kid world when you see like institutions and systems. You keep the mind on kid. If you lost, what institutions do adults have? Kids go to college institutions. What institutions do adults go to? None. They go to work. In the past, when they was building this system, or this city, where we live at, the whole system and orders of it, the institutions and all of that. You had your outlaws of old. These was your old criminals, your first criminals, so to say. And these dudes had wanted posters up. They might have robbed a train, they might have robbed a post office, a bank, whatever. And so they posters up everywhere, wanted, they got away with this amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Those wanted ads was truly prison promotion ads of old. Those outlaws on those posters was mostly hired by the elites of the government running this place for that purpose. Because when the common man see and hear all these stories about these outlaws and how they making so much money robbing the system, Like, damn, I want to join one of those gangs. Because you had outlaw gangs, you know, many different ones. These outlaw gangs was recruiting people to rob places and things with them. But the main leaders of these outlaw gangs was like agents of the government. You get it? They wasn't going to jail. Everybody after them was going to jail. You get my point? It's a manipulation thing. Those wanted posters is just promotion for prison. Meaning, when people see, you see how in the daytime y'all hear the jail stories, then y'all be in y'all mind halfway like, yo, when I go. Like that. It plays on the psyche. Y'all watch gangster movies, it plays on the mind a little bit. You want to be a little gangster. You watch Alpo, you say, man, Alpo was kind of gangster. He a rap, but he was kind of gangster. All of this play on your mind, in your vibration. You get my point? And so, it's the same with the posters. There wasn't no TV then, but they still had drawing. It goes do the same thing. So they just draw the poster like, yo, he robbed the bank. They got away with hella cash. That's all people gonna hear. They don't care about the rest if it ain't no rest. They wanted. They didn't get caught yet. You keep seeing wanted everywhere, but you like ain't nobody getting caught. I need to be a part of this, baby. Free money. That's how y'all are. Y'all say, damn, Apple was getting money. AZ and Rich Porter. Man, that nigga AZ still alive, baby. It make y'all say, nah, hold on, man. I like, fucked up. Maybe I could take a chance. See, it's a play on the poor. You gotta remember, when you black, you come from impoverished backgrounds, even if you wasn't born into poverty. So it's instilled in the mindset. You get it? So we have impoverished ways, even if we ain't impoverished. We adopt them. We adopt them. And so, you have to be mindful of the things you see. Now, like I said, those early posters, they was promotions. A lot of the early outlaws, the first, they wasn't really outlaws. They was hired by the government to rob whatever they rob. You get my point? Posters put up. It's to promote prison. Prison is a business. They get men in jail. Y'all know how the prison business work. They get whatever they get for each inmate. Michael Jordan has investments in the prison, meaning he part owner of a prison. If you're talking business and businessman and you remove like care for people and care for nationalities out of your mind, it's no better business to invest in. Prison. You're going to get your bread. Like, you get my point? You can't lose. That is big, big, big business. The prison. And so, if ain't nobody in jail and ain't nobody breaking the law, well, how you going to get that business off the ground? That part. You got to influence people to want to do crime. Only way people going to want to do crime is if they see other people getting away with it and looking good. In today's times, you see niggas all iced up. They you say, I'm going to take my chance. Back in the day, they read the little wanted posters. They see these niggas got dope guns and they just got away with robbing the whole train. You get it? They didn't get caught. Getting down. We doing bad too? I need that. They end up in jail though. You know what? It's a trick. They don't know that. They think like, nah, my gang leader, he gangster. No, your gang leader worked for the people. His job is to get y'all all to jump on the bandwagon of being outlaws. And they gonna lock all y'all up and fill up the jail. And he gonna be free. And they gonna do it with a bunch of other people. Y'all live that same psychology in today. If you pay attention, you'll notice in today's times, all the brothers coming home from jail getting the opportunity are the gang members, are the savages that shooting in Chicago. Now, my video don't have nothing to do with these people, meaning whatever they do is better than you get my point? If you was a savage killing people in Chicago and you rap about it now, still bad, but that's better than, you get my point? But I'm trying to get you guys to grasp because they have nothing to do with it. They just pawns in the thing. And so the brothers from jail and all the bad aspects of life are being pushed on y'all. Meaning these is the people that's getting on, and so it's making y'all have the perspective like, all right, the young boy like I gotta go to jail because that's where I'ma get my rap shit going. It's almost in y'all mind y'all gotta be gangster to become a rapper because all the rappers are gangster. When y'all get on YouTube and y'all watch YouTube videos, it's either about gang members or something that got to do with gangster stuff. Y'all got a whole bunch of jail stuff. That's not by chance. You get it? When I was growing up, they kept that from us. You get my point? If you was somebody that had a background, it was more than likely you wasn't going to get no opportunity. And I ain't saying that's good. But we talking about what we talking about right now. Life is balanced, so you got to give people a chance to redeem themselves. You get my point? The way it go in the daytime, brothers will lie and act like they gangster in name. Because that's how much of a benefit it seems in today. And that's not by chance. It's like the old wanted posters. They putting a certain thing in front of y'all face, making it look good. Y'all say I got something to benefit. You get my point? Like that. When I was growing up, they gave the opportunity. We watched like basketball players, you know, people that went to college and shit. We didn't have Alpo in them. We knew about them from word of mouth from living in the neighborhood. You get my point? But we didn't know about them from TV, where it made it look like, oh yeah, maybe I could be like a gangster in the whole rap. It wasn't like that. Most of that stuff was kept from us. This young generation got it bad because it's being pushed on them. Meaning, most of the people you gonna think of in today's times, they have a jail story. You get my point? Or a gangster story. This is playing an effect on the kids. And it's not by mistake, meaning the elites are using the people against the people because that's how it works. You don't take a people to war, you just find the weak links in the thing and make the weak links work against the whole chain. So with black people, they just find the weak links, use the weak links against the whole. You get my point? A nigga coming fresh out of jail ain't about to turn down no opportunity. Why would he? He don't got nothing else better waiting for him except a road back to jail. You get it? And so all he got to talk about or know is jail. Like that. Now, of course, he not thinking of it in that way. Like, man, I'm fucking over the little kids and they using me. Just falling right into the shoes. You get my point? Like that. It's a black thing, though. I seen this video, Queen's Flip video a while ago. He had the Bloods on there. Black brothers. Then he had like the Latin Kings on there. And you see how the Latin Kings was speaking? Like, they don't push that on the race. You could tell whatever gangster stuff was happening, they didn't want to go so deep on that part. That part ain't important. You get my point? There's still an aspect in other races where certain things is frowned upon. For the younger generation. Black people don't care about their younger generation. That's just the truth of the matter right there. Meaning, we gonna fall subject to whatever manipulation games is played, because black people don't care about black people. And I don't care how many black people you hear jumping up online talking about, I love my people. How can you love a people that kill each other? I hate you niggas. I don't mind ever. I tell y'all all the time, y'all liars. Y'all filthy, dirty liars. Can't stand y'all. Like that. Why? Y'all kill each other. What's there to love? Until y'all stop that, I don't have to say nothing nice to y'all. Why? Like that. When y'all start doing that, that's when y'all gonna see change instead of getting on here pretending. Talking about, I love my people, black power. Black people kill each other. Get real. Like y'all got to get real at some point. This shit's stupid. Like, it don't even make no sense. And so that's where I'm at with it. Until y'all stop killing each other, I hate y'all. Y'all the stupidest people on the planet, and I'm gonna tell y'all that every chance I get. I don't care if it bothers you. So what? That part. Because at the rate we going, I'm gonna have to say I'm Dominican blood. And I'm trying not to do that, but I've already done it. I don't want to lie to y'all. I've already done it. Like, I got a whole Dominican, like, this shit go deep. Some people know me in real life. Like, yeah, I don't. It's my man F.A., man. He's not black. He's Dominican. So you gotta know how to work it. Like, you have light skin, you just start looking for like whatever race you gonna say you a part of. When black people completely lose their mind and just start wiping each other out worse than they do now. So that's my background. I'm Dominican. Don't come over here and act it out. Y'all niggas. If you mad that I say y'all niggas, well then stop killing. Show me that y'all ain't niggas. Show the whole world y'all not niggas. And for one whole year, don't kill each other. And don't go to jail either. Show me that. That part. Niggas can't. But y'all would get on this bitch talking about I love my people. Why? You must be high. You must be a part of the killing of the people. Because I don't. How you get change out of that? The kid do all the bad shit in life and then you say, I love you. How that help that kid? It don't. It make the kid think he's doing good. So this is where we at. And so y'all have to grasp these things. Get on a level where you're not easily manipulated. Now, is that clear? I hope I didn't offend nobody. This, like I said, this don't have nothing to do with jail people. This have to do with the kids and how they get manipulated. The same way we all did. Meaning if you grown, you should feel ashamed of your goddamn self, truly. If you a gangster, you remember when you got manipulated by a certain lifestyle and older people. It might not have been on purpose, but you will remember exactly when it happened. And so to do that over, you low. It don't matter what you talking about. And so we need to start getting aware of that. You got a lot of old people manipulating the young to do they bid. And that's being hushed off like that's cool. That part. Mind you, this people's kids. You do that to the wrong person kid, and you do that to the wrong man kid, he don't care how much of a gangster you think he is. That's when the whole gangs get wiped out. By one working man. He said, them niggas recruited my kid. I don't play that shit. I already told them to stay away from mine. I'm dying for mine. The gang ain't dying for each other. It's just talk. That man gonna die for his kids. He gonna kill all them niggas. They not gonna help each other when he come. They got fake love for each other. It's a gang. They not no family. They people that manipulate each other. I have a family. It's for that. The people that become fall into gangs is usually the people that don't have family. The people that have family, even if they join the gang, then they just don't be a part of it. Like, it don't ever fit. Strong family, it don't rock. And so kind of grasp. Peace and wisdom, Steve Shepard. And so hopefully you guys grasp this, got us over. Hopefully you young guys grasp this because y'all looking at failure shiny, and it's on purpose so that y'all can fail and do the same things to fuck y'all life over, but y'all not gonna get the reward. You get it? Lil Wayne go to jail, then he seems to get rewarded. All rappers go to jail, they get rewarded. They give y'all an aspect like, damn. You got rappers that already said it their own self, like, man, I know if I go to jail, that shit gonna make my stock go up. That part. They manipulating y'all to go to jail. The thing is, y'all gonna end up like Shine, where you just do a whole 10 and then then they don't never stop fucking with you. They kick you out the whole country. And you get it? like that. Or you might just wind up doing the whole L, like, and never get up. Like that. And so be smart in this life. Now I want to give you guys a little money jewel if you're young. You're going to make money to buy all the materials in life you want. Or you can make money to buy yourself some time. I'm going to say that again. Most people, black, they make money so they can buy material stuff that they want. You make sure you make money for you can buy yourself time. Give you an example. Let's say you got $100,000. You can spend it on materials that you want, or you can budget it $500 a week for however long that lasts you, and that's the amount of time you get to go without having to slave and worry about where you gonna earn your next buck. Work for time. Y'all get money, y'all spend it on whatever y'all like, whatever y'all, it don't ever stop, whatever materials y'all want. Y'all don't make money for time and say this money is for all next month I ain't gotta work. All next year I don't have to work. Cause I made my money for that. And I ain't spending it on materials. It's for next year I don't have to work. Right? This how I live. I don't need to buy big cars and all this stupid shit. All I need to do is make sure I always got money. That part. That's where all y'all stress comes from. Lacking money. As soon as y'all buy the materials, then the money going, then y'all have to figure out how y'all gonna make y'all next buck. Y'all not making money to buy time where you can say, fuck you, I don't have to listen to nothing you say, I'm fine. I got $1,000 a week set aside, 10 years. You get look at it like this. You got $480,000. That's $1,000 per week for 10 years. Meaning if you somebody right now, you got $480,000 in your bank account. You can live like a nigga that work a job and just take $1,000 out the bank every week, like you work, but you don't. And you can do that for 10 years. That's 52 weeks times 10. 520 weeks of not having to worry about working. And whatever money you making during that time, more time. You say, oh shit, I ain't got to work 15 years now. Like that. Make money to buy yourself some time. You're going to buy materials here and there, of course, you got to live. But for the most part, your mind is on that. I'm making money for time. So black people got to learn simple things like that. We get lost in the business and all this systematics talks. Start with the basics. Make you some money, buy you some time, carry you over. And that's how hustlers live. So the working man can learn from a hustler. If he imply what hustlers do, the working man be better off than the hustler. Because the working man get weekly money. That part. The hustler don't know how his money coming, so he make his licks and stash it. Because he say next week might be slow, I don't know, but I got next week's money. If next week's slow, I've still got money for next week and the week after. That's how the hustler move. That's how the business owner move. If the business gets slow this week, he still got money for next week, the week after, and the whole rest of the month to pay the workers and everything. Why? Because the businessman working for time. You get it? Same with the hustler. He grinding for time. The working man get paid every week, and now he throw the whole thing away because he say next week. The working man not working for time. He working for materials. He's selling his time. Meaning the working man time is worthless to himself. All we got is time. You get it? Meaning you are time. When you awake and you fall asleep, that's your time. When you unconscious, my time ain't got nothing to do with you. Like that. Everybody's just time. We sell our time. We risk our time. Meaning we sell our time for money. We risk our time for money. This is those that end up in the pokey. Jail. Those of y'all that work, so y'all sell y'all time. It's just the self though. That's all you is time. When you awake, so you awake. This is existence. This is you as time. You soul life. And so a working man ain't gonna think to say, man, let me work for time. He already sold his time. It's worthless to him. And so once you sell what's of worth, ain't nothing left of worth. Meaning the working man just sell his time, make money, buy materials. He don't care about them. He always at work anyway. You just got him to show like my work do pay off, but he miserable. It's because of that. Your time is all that matters because that's you. Once you sell that, it wouldn't matter what you try to get to replace that. It ain't never going to be that. If the mind is lost off that, meaning the working man don't even understand that. You get it? He don't understand you was a kid at one point and a teenager. And the only thing mattered to you was your time. Teenager don't want to go to work, but they say, I want to play with my friends. I want to do this. Meaning their time is of value to them. They self is of value to them. At some point, a grown-up loses they self. They say, I'm going to sell my time. Once that happens, they completely forget about that aspect of life. But ain't nothing going to replace that. Meaning y'all ain't never going to be happy like y'all was when y'all was kids. Because y'all sold the only thing that matters. Time. The self. And so now you got adults chasing happiness and being content with their life. But that was when they was kids. Meaning y'all all loved y'all life and it was good in a perspective of, you get my point? If you an adult, you think back when you kid, you say, I was a little free, man. I had no obligations, I just do me. Like, mama want me to get a job, go to after school program, but I want to do what I want with my time because it's my time. Adults lose that aspect of themselves. Meaning when you get older, you got to carry over. You can't replace nothing. You got to bring everything. I mean, you got to bring your child natures into your adulthood and balance everything out. You get my point? Otherwise, you completely lose your time to self. This is not a rub in your face. I'm trying to help you to see. Like, that ain't supposed to be like that. Your time is important. Now, of course, you like, well, I got to work and I got bills up to my neck. And, of course, the conversation going to get you aggy. I get that. But so this is paper in the back pocket for later. Because you're going to always feel like that. So, most of y'all that work these kind of conversations hurt y'all feelings. Y'all take it wrong. Y'all don't. It's like I said, you sold your time, then you lost track of how important that was. That's where all your happiness left. You get my point? In y'all time. Y'all sold that. Once that happened, ain't no happiness. It's just like a falsehood of it. Meaning y'all just buy over. When you was a kid, you didn't care about all the materials in life. You cared about your time mostly. You wanted toys and shit, but more than that, you wanted to go outside and you wanted your time. You get it? As you got older, you start like selling your time, so you don't got nothing left now but to show like the worth of your selling that time. So you say, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. Otherwise, I just sold my goddamn time for nothing. Y'all don't look at it like that. Y'all say, man, I'm just working for nothing. But, you get my point? Work to buy time for yourself. Some of y'all gonna get an income tax check. It might be 15, 20,000. Man, that's at least a year or two of not having to work. I'm sure in that year or two, you could twerk something out for yourself. Like, get something going for yourself that you love to do, and it benefits you monetarily. Otherwise, you're going to get the income tax check, you're going to buy some materials, and then you're going to be mad when April come, May come. Then you're going to be waiting for that shit to happen again, year after year. Till you grasp what I'm saying. You got to work for time. Like, I'm good for 6 months. I'm good on having to work for 6 months. I'm going to just relax for 3 of them. I'm going to use the other 3 to figure out. You get it? On a bigger level, sell grass. Meaning rappers have enough money where they don't have to work ever again, but they just not, ain't that bright. They're going to buy $1 million chain. That's a whole country. Meaning they could buy a small island and develop it, and people will move there because now it's a developed city. Now people got to pay tax. Black people don't understand city owning business. But the point I'm making is every rapper y'all ever seen, they could have been city owners already. They just don't have a mind. Like, you get it? Big ego's no brain. You know how y'all say I got a big ego? But I got a brain though. So it's okay. Like, they got big egos and no brain. If you already $10 million and you still work, you pathetic. I ain't talking about a job. I'm talking about just whatever kind of work. If you still gotta go do rapping shows, you're gonna be broke for your whole life. And that's the true reality of the matter. I'm gonna say it again. If you were rapping, you made $1 million at one time, like, I'm sure hella people made millions. hella people made millions, but it might have been one lump. You might 250 did, you get it? But I'm talking about one lump of $1 million. Like, whatever rapper seen that, man, you fuck. Like I said, that was a whole city. When I say like you making money to buy time, nigga, city ought to make time for his generations to come. Like, his kids don't have to work. And they kids don't have to work. And as long as they keep the city ownership in the family, never have to work. Just collect the city tax. This is what white people do. They work for time. So much time that shit carry over generation after generation. They fucking kid don't have to work ever. You don't know how much money they get. They don't never use it to buy time for themselves. They use it to buy whatever materials they want. You give a black man $25 million, he's gonna spend that $25 million on materials: a house, a car, jewelry, this, that. You're not gonna take it and put it away and say this is time. It's enough money here where I can live for the rest of my life, and there'll still be some millions left over, but my kids don't have to work. You get it? Maybe if I do a good investment with this thing, that'll carry over. Like that. Work for time. Otherwise, you're a kid. You're working for toys. This is the psychological games they play on us. We don't ever grow. We don't ever grow out of it. Because most of us institutionalized from either jail or schooling or the mental hospital. Your institutions, you know, where brainwashing goes. This is La La Land, dream world. Where make-believe starts. So it's a deep thing, try and grasp. Once you live lie, it plays on your own mind. Then you can't never get right. Meaning, why y'all ain't think of this? It really ain't that hard. Most of y'all like, yeah, that do make sense, and that ain't really that simple. Shit. I had $50,000 last month. Why didn't I just keep all of that shit? Some of y'all like that right now. You're like, damn, I had $50,000. I ran through that. I could have been not. I could have been chilling for about 2-3 years if I would have just 500 a week out of that. That part. You know, work for life. It all boils back to self-love. It all boils back to, you know, these false environments y'all create. False honor systems and all of that. So, be mindful of these things. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Young God said, I just got through watching Spike Lee documentary on 9/11. I would like to know where was you doing those times. Honestly, I was doing what I told y'all I do. 9/11 was in what, 2001? So I was 19, moving product. I got stranded in Harlem that day, reeing up. I had no clue. When you selling dope, you don't watch the news. You have other things to do, like wake up at 5:30 to serve people. So then your day be all a little scrambled from there. You get back in the house about 10, I gotta eat. You've been up since 5 to 10, fucking around with crackheads and shit. You get it? So you're not watching the news. I have no clue that the Twin Towers blows up. So I goes to Harlem. Do what I do. Long story short, I had to walk home. So that's what I was doing when 9/11 happened. Then the price went up. Hard times. Oh, it was hard times. Y'all don't understand. It's hard out here for hustling. Nah, that's what I was doing back then. I was a kid though, 19. Please don't nobody get lost. I'm 40. But back then I was 19. That's what I was doing. Now, I want to get into the peer pressure. I was stopping to see if y'all had questions. He did. Young God did. Now, I want to get to peer pressure. Because that's what most adults is going through right now. Meaning, a school is but so big. You get my point? Sister 19 LOL online. Salam, shalom. I'm going to let you go. I have no energy for weirdos today, but peer pressure. Big. You get my point? Kids have peer pressure. Of course, this happens in their neighborhood and schools, but these things ain't but so big. And so, we know the effects of peer pressure, meaning kids start to do things that they wouldn't. You get my point? They want to fit in. So, this is where stupid starts. Like, the plain stupid. All of y'all probably been there. You know them right. Like, man, these niggas is weird. But, you don't want to fit in a little bit. When you dig deep into the psychology of peer pressure, truly understanding it, like how I just said, like, it's like a pressure. Get it? Energy, though. If you broaden it, like, a school in the neighborhood's as big as they are, but these things have an effect on the kid. Kind of make them do and be. You get it? It's like a control method almost. You peer pressure kids into doing what they know, like, why you do that? And they knowing, like, you want to fit in, but you don't want to say you a follower, and it gets strange. Peer pressure gets strange when you look at the psychology of it, and you know how it truly works. The energy of, you know, a group against one maybe, and how that affects their psyche. Now, like I said, if you broaden it, Because of course peer pressure don't work on adults. They get to a point where it's like that small environment don't matter to them. You get it? As the kid gets older, they don't care about. It's hard to peer pressure a teenager in comparison to an 8-year-old. It's hard to peer pressure a 30-year-old because they don't care about you. 18-year-olds can all gather around and bother a 30-year-old. He gonna blow them off like, oh, how goofy. It won't work. But if you broaden it, you get it? Meaning, school in the neighborhood is not big enough for an adult to fall into the peer pressures of that energy, the force of it. It's not big enough. But if you can make it like the whole world, you get it? If you can make the classroom or the neighborhood the whole world, then the peer pressure becomes more than a small group of few. It becomes a big conglomerate of energy. Now, of course, this will wipe the kid out. As y'all see, kids be killing themselves and all of that. But I'm trying to get y'all to grasp, this is how they bring the peer pressure to adults. Because kid peer pressure won't work on y'all. But the whole world worth of energy will. Meaning an adult can be controlled like a child. You just have to broaden the peer pressure. The same way a child could be manipulated to do some dumb shit so they could be down, you can make an adult do that. You just have to stretch out the peer pressure energy by adding more. And so now y'all are being peer pressured by the whole world. Adults, it's taking effect. Meaning y'all know y'all are. But like kids, it's like, you get it? The mind gonna justify. Like I said, the mind knows no failure. The mind just gonna make sure it snap itself however it need to be. So you can continue on. So, you gotta be aware of the mind. Meaning you wanna make sure you stay honorable and truthful in your ways. Because if you become a dishonorable liar, the mind will adjust itself to justify these acts because the mind only has you in its favor. Nothing else. You could betray your whole family right now. The mind will justify it to the self. And you will have excuse like, no, but this happened. And the mind gonna take care of itself. Meaning the mind gonna adjust itself so you feel justified in anything you do. This is why you hear killers just walk around like it's no problem. Their mind is going to justify it. The same way y'all minds justify certain things, y'all don't even realize it. You're going to start to speak up for him and defend him. You get it? You're going to defend what you feel like you are. You're going to justify whatever you feel like you are. The mind don't know no right and wrong in regards to the self. This is why y'all don't judge yourself. I could say it 50 times. Apply the wisdom to self. When you think to judge somebody, that judgment is for you. You just ain't using it on yourself. You're using it on other people and giving your gift away. Self-judgment is self-cleansing. If you acknowledge whatever you judging and adjust it, it's cleansing. When a person don't want to put the work in on themselves, so then they gonna push that judgment off on somebody else. You say like, you like this or that, but they mind. You get my point? If you envious of somebody, you ain't gonna say, I'm jealous of them. You gonna say, man, I don't like them because of this or that. You get my point? The mind gonna justify it to you to where you know it's envy or whatever, but you still kinda is able to blow it off. Like, no, it ain't. It's this or that. That's your mind. It's adjusting itself for you. Meaning your mind ain't going to adjust itself for nobody else. You got to do that. You get it? You got to be honorable and loyal to it. Otherwise, the mind just going to defend you. Y'all could be wrong. Y'all could have a situation with y'all mother and be wrong, but Y'all might not apologize about it or care to, because the mind don't adjust itself to make you feel like you justified. You get it? And so it's a dangerous thing. A lot of y'all have done bad things to people that love y'all, and y'all love back. But, you get my point? Your mind is going to make you right. It's going to back you up, not them. You got to do that. And say, no, my mind going, you know, my mind going where it don't need to. I'm going to just do the honorable thing. You get my point? It's a deep thing. Hopefully y'all grasp. Judgment is self-cleansing. Yes, it is. Can we judge ourselves without making ourselves feel bad, or is feeling bad part of the process? Y'all already feel like shit. It don't have nothing to do with the judgment that's making you feel bad. You get my point? Y'all feel bad because y'all are bad. That has nothing to do with the self-judgment. The self-judgment is a result of that. Y'all do bad things, unbalanced things, unfair things. That part. You get filled up with judgment. Y'all push it out though. But y'all still live the truth of the matter. Self-hate. Self-anger. Then y'all say, I don't like this person. They made me angry. I don't like that and that. You got anger within. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else. Y'all will come in and say, I don't like what you said, Solid. Your message is negative. You came here. How's my negative? How's my message negative? Because you came here. You get it? You negative inside. You don't have nothing to do with me. You're going to do that to the next person. You already did that to other people. You get my point? Like that. It's a deep thing. Try and grasp. But I suppose when a life is balanced, or when you become balanced and honorable in your ways, and you're not doing bad things or low life things, why would you have self-judgment? That part. You wouldn't. The judgment come from, it's a deep thing. Is our conscious the mind or spirit? Consciousness is awareness. I know why. Y'all hear too much lies. So use your question as an example of why you can't learn. I've already answered this so many times. You can probably just pick the trinity of it, the mind. You say it's consciousness, the spirit. I said spirit is substance. You go to the liquor store, say wine and spirits. Spirits ain't never nothing but substance. It's just another word for substance. Your mind is a substance, meaning it's liquid. Or does it create liquid, like air? You're not going to never learn because you lie filled, meaning you think belief, theory, hearsay, heresy. You think these things are truth too. You probably have a belief system. So you say, I believe in Jesus, Allah. Like that. You only believe. You don't know nothing. What you know? Knowing is truth. Belief ain't truth. If belief is truth, then what is truth? Belief ain't a proven fact. It's just belief. But belief is truth to a liar. A liar has no truth. All they have is belief. They have lie, belief, and so grasp. Belief is their truth. Just the same way a truthful person have lie, meaning they know of lie, and they know truth. To a liar, they know lie. This is just plain straight spewed out lie. Then lie has its agent called belief. It's lie too, but It's a smooth cat daddy. You had you tricked up forever. Jesus coming back. When? He is. Like that. You say, oh, okay, so this shit don't have no expiration date. You don't have to have this as a proven fact ever. Lie. You'll always know lie. Because it won't have no date. It won't have nothing. It just have weight. It have lie in weight. lie over there and wait. You know, like that. Lie. And so, a lie you can't grasp nothing. I try to tell y'all that you ain't gonna get no wisdom till you become honest and truthful and balanced in your ways. Y'all think that's a joke. So I try to show y'all like how y'all lie scramble y'all brains up. Y'all still don't get it. Playing games on yourself. Y'all think when I tell y'all don't go follow all these other brothers, they don't know nothing but belief and truth and theory. Y'all think it's for purposes of y'all all just following me. I wouldn't care what you do. I'm telling you, when you get too stupid and you don't know, theory and belief ain't got nothing to do with truth, which is all these brothers be talking about. It's theories that they done stacked a whole bunch of shit on top of. Our belief systems that they done stacked a whole bunch of shit on. Outside of that, they don't speak no truth. Like that. Like this. I'm going to show y'all why, I'm the $1 million scholar. Because I'm about to say something y'all never heard before. Y'all ain't never going to hear it again. And I'll say stuff y'all ain't never heard a bunch of times. Like, when you thinking to yourself, who you talking to? Who is that? Don't say it's me. How you have a conversation with yourself? Must be two people. But we're not doing that right now. We're doing something deeper. You got the word Jew. J-E-W, right? Jewish people. Now I'm going to show y'all how y'all are lost. Ain't no such thing as Jew. Only you. Y-H-W-H. Pronounced you. You can try it right now. Y-H, yeah. W-H. You. That's how you spell you in the past. Y-H-W-H. And this was the divine substance, the you. We all that, the Y-H-W-H. We all got the divine Y-H-W-H within us, the you. In the past, J's were silent, right? So Jew would have been pronounced ew. What did I just say? Ain't the same people that speak about like they a Hebrew Israelite or a black Jew? Don't they tell y'all that J's didn't exist in the past or they had no pronunciation for it? So what's a Jew? If you remove the J sound. What I just said, you. Meaning they took the divine teachings of you and got y'all on stupid. To where I'm trying to tell y'all lost on belief. Y'all say, no, I never heard this before, even though it makes perfect sense. Ain't no Jewish nationality. Ain't no nationalities that's made up. You got the cone-headed white albinos I always tell y'all about. And they what they is. And everything else in life, your colored people, they you. Y-H-W-H, Jew, you, whatever you want to call it. That's your Jewish people, or your Jews. And this is not a race. This is what you are. Cone-headed albinos is the undead. Like, they not a you. They like, you see how colonizers work together? A man can't work together, but colonizers can. They come colonize, work together, and build up a whole forest into a whole city. Like, Shit freaky when you think about it. It's like, damn, how they do that? How they come together? Men like to fight each other. How do they do that? You was just the people of Earth. Then, like I said, you got your cone-headed albinos, your tall white albinos. These are the only aliens in life. Y'all have made up other aliens from not understanding. I'm going to prove to you right now, alien and God don't have no worth. Watch this. And think of everybody that teach alien stuff. Now watch this. This is why, they pay me the big bucks. I can crack anything. Watch this. This is going to be deep. Alien and God are words that's used when you don't know. Right? I'm say he an illegal alien. That means you don't know what he is. The word alien is used when you don't know. You say like they aliens. That's to say we don't we don't know them. Now how y'all got so much information on what y'all don't know? Meaning if y'all knew what aliens were, y'all wouldn't call them aliens. Y'all would call them what they were. Like how I say, tall cone-headed white albinos. Those the only aliens that there is, but I don't call them aliens. They been around. Y'all just ain't see. Y'all just ain't. They still around. Y'all just don't see them. Y'all don't go to the space station and all that shit. Like I said before, that's lands up there. Y'all just ain't welcome. There's lands everywhere. But space is just waters with lands, just like below. But that's not the point. The point is this. Alien is just a word that a person that don't know use. Same with God. Right? God is unseen and like that. It's a word used when you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But you want to. You say, I want to know, but I don't. So then you start making up shit like aliens. Now you have all kind of races of aliens. Y'all don't even know y'all own race. You black. I say, what race you is? You don't know. I'm a Chinese. But y'all know all the fucking races of aliens. Amazing. They know other people's shit. They know all the alien races. Tall, white, reptilian, this thing, that thing. But they don't even know who they is. And they want you to believe. The irony in it. Black motherfucker will break down a whole video about aliens. That's how you just kill his whole groove. That's what you call a flawless victory in the debate. That's why nobody debating. Because it in that fast. How you going to answer that? It's a known fact. Black people have no clue their nationality. But y'all know the alien races. Get fucking real. Y'all are liars. Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't want to. Y'all want to learn falsehoods. That's why you skip over what you don't know to make up some more shit you don't know. You skipped over knowing what you is as a person to go into make-believe now and say, man, they got reptilians. Y'all ain't seen shit. What reptilian you saw? Nothing. You say, Solace, what cone-headed albino you saw? It's written in ancient Sumerian texts. It's written in ancient Mayan texts with First Father. But better than that, it's in science. You got these little sperm cells. They white and cone-headed. They the first colonizers. They go to the egg cell, which is the early world, the early body, before it develops into the full thing that it is, with all its dimensions and things. And they go colonize that place, an egg cell. That part. The world is biological. micro to macro. In school, y'all learn curriculum. Then there's the secret science. That. As above, so below. When a baby is coming into existence and sperm cell get egg cell and everything that transpire within that egg cell, even till it's born out as a full body, you still have all that cell life inside of it, living. It was living before the body was even born out. The body being a whole universe to all that life within it. From the organs to the chakras to the cells. Planets all the way to galaxies, all within this micro universe that we call organism. You get my point? Now, how can I make this make sense for you guys? Those sperm cells from the beginning, your cone-head albinos, your undead, when you're dealing with Mayan texts in the Popol Vuh, this is their creation story. So according to their creation story, you know, the maize god, the corn god, the seed god. Kukulkan in some renditions, depending on, you know, which Mesoamerican people you're speaking of and what time. But you got like Kukulkan, the feathered white serpent god. What was the other name? Quetzalcoatl. Many different renditions from the different cultures of this god. Now, when you're dealing with the Popol Vuh, so first father, the god, kills itself. Or it's killed by the lords of darkness. I forgot. I apologize. First father sacrifices himself to bring forth the whole world. You get it? The whole universe and everything in it. The birds, the trees, the waters. This is the ancient Mayan myth. First father sacrificed himself so that the whole world can manifest forth. Everything, birds, trees, water, sun, everything is a result of first father sacrificing himself. Now there's another perspective of the story. The lords of darkness, they kill first father. They bury this motherfucker in Zabalba. That's the underworld. Reborn through the tree. Meaning first father sacrificed himself or he is killed by the lords of darkness. And buried. And a tree grows. And he's in it. Now, focus. Sperm cell gets egg, or better yet, semen manifests forth. This is a substance. You got dead sperm cells below, or your lords of darkness below. They dead. They was dead before the semen manifested. The semen manifests, it swipes all of them up. They alive. Right? The substance is brought into the woman's womb by the sperm cells, or what was dead and is brought back now, the lords of darkness. You get it? And the substance or the spirit is brought to the egg cell and sacrificed to it by the lords of darkness, or the sperm cell. The sperm cell is buried in the waters within the egg cell. I forget what they call it, the nucleus, I think. But there's like a lake within the egg cell. The sperm cell kind of goes there and ripped apart. Burnt the fuck up and killed. This is when the chromosomes, you know, they come out, they start pairing up. This is when you get your zygote. This develops all the way till you get your neural tube, full spine, body. That's your tree of life. Sperm cell planted in the egg. The egg goes through meiosis until it starts to grow a spine or tree. With the nerves coming off of it. Rib cage and all that coming off the spine. It's a tree. Within the vertebrae, you know, the bone part of the spine, within it is the spirit of the person in the body. You was a sperm cell that got an egg. You was sacrificed to the egg. You developed in your mother's womb to a full body with a spine in it. You are reborn. You have nothing to do with your inner world, but they all have life because of you. Meaning all the cells in your body got life because of you. You was a cell in the beginning with these cells. They sacrificed your lives. Y'all follow? Sperm cells and semen, egg cells. You was a part of that. They killed you. Now you here in another level of life, meaning you an organism now, and what sacrificed you has life because of you, which is the point. So this is the story that's being told in the ancient Mayan text. The lords of Sabalba are the lords of darkness, sacrifice first father to bring forth everything in the world. The world or the body is a micro universe. You get it? Now you take everything you just grasped that I said of the body and you magnify it to the whole universe coming into being. No different than the body would in its womb and all the things transpiring in it. So it's the same, as above, so below. Meaning, in science, you have all the stories that y'all have heard of, but y'all don't know science to say, oh, that's the body developing in womb, and the body is a world. It's just a smaller perspective of the universe we kind of live in. It's a deep thing. Do y'all follow? I'm about to end this. It's time for me to get, a nap. Like I said, I got jet lag, so I can't sleep. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. I see we all up early watching the Wise One. Yeah, I apologize. I'm in Arizona. So, it's like 4 o'clock here. I suppose it's like 7 in the morning. I basically time travel backwards. Because this is what happens when y'all take planes. Y'all time travel when the hours scale. Y'all ain't jumping days, just hours. It was really like 12 o'clock, but it was 9 o'clock here. My mind fucked up. I got jet lag. It's 7 in the morning for me, but it ain't. It's deep. Now, I'm about to take me a little rest. If y'all have any questions, please ask. This video goes deeper. I'm going to have to come back and explain the liabilities part and how this truly affects y'all mind. Persists there. It makes y'all... Lies is the source of all mental disorders. You get it? Liabilities is... So any mental disorder you heard of, like bipolar, this thing or that thing, the source of these things is lies. Meaning if a person bipolar, so they got a lying problem somewhere, at some point in time, they start lying and shit. Anybody that knows somebody with a mental disorder, then they got a lying problem at some point. You get it? They could be schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever the mental problem is, it has its effect, but they lying is a part of it. Again, diabetes is real. It's the foundation of all mental problems. It's the first one. Y'all get hooked up on belief, which is lie. So grasp. Wise solace. Salam, shalom.